Think about your daily life for a moment. Not headlines, not breaking news, just your routine, the way you shop, the way you plan, the way you think about the future. Many people feel that life hasn't suddenly collapsed, but it doesn't feel as comfortable or predictable as it once did. So the real question isn't whether something dramatic happened. It's whether your standard of living is quietly changing, step by step. When people hear standard of living, they often think of income. But in reality, it's much broader. It's about what your income allows you to do, how easily you cover basic needs, how much flexibility you have, how much room there is for mistakes, rest, or long-term plans. A stable standard of living doesn't mean luxury. It means breathing room. And that breathing room is what many people feel is shrinking. Most conversations stop at one word: prices. But the real change isn't just that things cost more. It's where money goes now. Housing takes a larger share. Utilities take more attention. Everyday essentials leave less room for flexibility. People don't stop spending. They reallocate. Spontaneous decisions turn into calculations. Small comforts become trade-offs. This doesn't feel like a crisis. It feels like constant adjustment. These changes don't usually appear as dramatic moments. They show up in ordinary decisions. People keep the same phone longer. They delay replacing things that still work. They compare prices more often, even for small purchases. Vacations become shorter. Plans become flexible. Commitments come with more hesitation. None of this feels extreme on its own, but taken together, these small choices tell a clear story. They show how people adapt when their margin for error becomes smaller, without ever calling it a crisis. For decades, work followed a simple logic: stable effort, stable income, a predictable future. That chain feels weaker today. Not because people don't work hard, but because work itself has changed. Jobs feel less permanent. Career paths feel less clear. Income growth feels disconnected from effort. Even those who are employed often feel they are standing still, not falling, but not moving forward either. Housing is where these pressures become visible. People delay buying. They move less. They compromise more. Shared living lasts longer. Temporary solutions become permanent. Housing isn't just a place to live. It's the foundation of stability. When that foundation becomes uncertain, everything above it feels less solid. What makes this shift especially difficult is how personal it feels. When people adjust their lifestyle, they often assume the reason is individual, that they made the wrong choices, that they didn't plan well enough, that others are doing better. But when millions of people across different ages and backgrounds start making similar adjustments at the same time, the cause is rarely personal. It's structural. And recognizing that difference changes how people relate to their own experience. What makes this shift difficult to notice is its pace. There is no single moment, no clear turning point. People adapt one decision at a time. And because adaptation feels normal, the change often goes unnoticed. This is how standards of living change today, not through collapse, but through gradual pressure. Over time, these adjustments reshape expectations. People redefine what stability means. They become more cautious. They prioritize predictability over expansion. This doesn't mean ambition disappears. It means ambition adapts. A new version of normal slowly forms. Not announced, not debated, but lived. Understanding this process matters because it allows people to respond with clarity rather than confusion or self-blame. When standards of living shift, people respond quietly. They redefine success. They avoid risk. They prioritize stability over growth. This doesn't mean people are failing. It means the environment has changed, and understanding that difference matters. Recognizing these shifts isn't about fear. It's about clarity. Life Impact explores how global changes shape everyday life without noise, panic, or oversimplification. If this perspective helped you see familiar experiences more clearly, consider subscribing. And if this video helped put words to something you felt, a simple like helps others find it. Because the changes that matter most are often the ones that happen quietly.